All right, man. So let's talk about it. Um, First of all, I want to give a disclaimer. I'm not a street dude. I'm not a gangster. I'm not none of that. I'm a civilian. Most importantly, I'm a father, and you know, I'm just a regular tax-paying person, I guess. But let's talk about it, man. The hypocrisy when it comes to snitching. Now, let me give another disclaimer, right? And I'm gonna be talking about 1090 Jake specifically. I don't got nothing against 1090 Jake. I actually think his content is entertaining as fuck. I fucks with 1090 Jake. But here's the thing, it's like the hypocrisy, the type of work that 1090 Jake is doing is like, you can't be a hypocrite at all. Like, you can't be a hypocrite at all. For the simple fact, you're exposing people. Like, you're exposing rappers that can potentially, they can lose their career because they basically build a career off of this image they have to uphold. And by you tainting that, it's like, it fucks them up in the long run. I.e. Boston Richie, Gunna, who else? King Yella. Just multiple rappers, like multiple of them. Like I said, I fuck with 1090 Jake. I think his content is very entertaining. What else can I say? Yeah, I fucks with him. But I have to give examples of why he's a hypocrite. Like, it's just what it is. And I'm not saying it because, I hate him. Once again, I have to put it out there. I don't hate 1090 Jake. But I feel as though there's things that he's saying to other people he is doing. And I don't fucking know what a snitch is anymore. I used to know what a snitch is, but snitching became so versatile that it has like 20 different definitions of it. It's basically subjective to whoever it got a jacket over. And people do this selective politics shit to where if they really like somebody, they'll be like, well, he did tell, but he didn't snitch, he didn't rat. But in my definition, which I thought I had it, that if you tell on someone, you're a rat and a snitch. I thought the snitching and ratting was, apparently snitching and ratting is not the fucking same thing. I thought it was the same thing. Now they saying a snitch is not a rat is not a snitch. So that right there alone in itself, that fucks me up. But anyways, so 1090 Jake, why is 1090 Jake a hypocrite? And why am I calling 1090 Jake a hypocrite? 1090 Jake is a hypocrite because, and I didn't say this, he said this, I didn't say this. He's calling King Yella a rat, right? This the same guy that wrote a grievance statement that had the person's name in the paper and everything, saying that this the guy that hit me over the head with such and such, right? And I'm trying to put it in layman's term because he explained this. I didn't explain nothing. He explained it. He went on live to explain this of what went down, because I didn't even know what the fuck a grievance statement was until he explained what it was and the reason why he did what he did. But anyways, he basically wrote a grievance statement. I'm not gonna get into what a grievance statement is because well, I'll get into it. Because I still to this day don't know what a fucking grievance statement is. But he broke it down like this. So basically, when you write a grievance statement, it can be for anything. It's basically putting a complaint on the jail saying that, you're not getting treated right. They serving you like fucked up food. the toilet clogged up and nobody didn't do nothing about it. So you writing it, you writing it to the warden that's there, and the warden, I guess, he gives it to the judge. But when 1090 Jake explained it, most grievance statements don't make it to the judge. It just stays with the warden because the warden ultimately don't give a fuck, basically. So that's a grievance statement in that entirety when it comes to what I believe what it is based on what he explained. So he wrote a grievance statement. He implicated somebody's name in the grievance statement. So now, based off his definition of what snitching is, which is, this is definition, not mine, this is 1090 Jake's definition. If you write anybody's name in paper, in black and white, you are a rat. That's his statement, right? So, whether it's a grievance statement, if it's a grievance statement, his excuse of it's not ratting because they can't use that against the person, which goes in to my second example of why he's a hypocrite. He calls Gunna a rat, right? Gunna technically didn't. Well, it's not even a technical. Gunna didn't put anybody in jail, cause in his what's that shit called? In his plea, they came with him on some shit like, you know, if you tell on this person, it's not gonna it's not gonna be used against that person, right? So Gunna didn't put anybody in jail, but he still said YSL is a gang, and that wasn't the gun in my car. So by 1090 Jake's definition, Gunna told, but you don't have to put somebody in jail to tell. Now, back to the 1090 Jake. 1090 wrote somebody's name in black and white on paper, but his what's the word I'm looking for? His excuse is he didn't put nobody in jail because it's a grievance paper. But you still said somebody's name. I.e., Gunna said somebody's name, but didn't put nobody in jail. That right there sums up the hypocrisy. Now, that's not the only example. Wait, I got more. So, Boston Richie, right? 1090 Jake called Boston Richie a snitch and a rat because he said such and such is in the gang. And the shows in the interrogation room, he did say it, right? So I'm over here thinking, well, you have 1090 in your name, right? 1090 is allegedly a blood gang. How do I know that? How do I know 1090 is allegedly a blood gang? Well, because 1090 Jake explained what his name meant. He said, quote, unquote, 1090 is a blood gang. So did you snitch like Boston Richie snitched, saying that da-da-da is a gang, and you explaining your name saying that, hey, I'm a blood because I'm 1090. And if any other people have 1090 in their name, that means they are bloods. The cops, cause I damn sure didn't know what 1090 meant before 1090 Jake explained it. This goes to say this, man. I don't fucking know what snitching is. I don't know what ratting is anymore. Kids, if you listen, stay out the streets, go to school, get a job, and just take care of your family, man. The streets is fucking like the streets is shit. Basically, it's shit. It's no rules, no morals, no nothing. Everybody snitching on each other. Everybody ratting. Don't give a fuck who you is. Like, you can be the toughest gangster in the world. You can have over 50 bodies, but you're still snitch. You're still a snitch. You're still a rat. I would say somebody's name, but he passed away. But it starts with an A and ends with an O. So you know, the biggest gangster in the world back then, and then he ended up turned to, you know, telling. I'm not gonna say his name because you know, he passed away, unfortunately. But yeah, that's a very good example. Do I believe King Yella snitch? I don't fucking know. By my definition, he snitched. By my definition. But by, you know, popularity of, well, it's not even popular of opinions, because most people think he snitched, but you got the few people that's from the street saying that no, he didn't snitch, and giving a reason why they don't think he snitched, which is it's crazy. But my definition, he snitched. Is 1090 Jake a snitch? By his definition, he's a snitch. By his definition. Me personally, I don't think 1090 really snitched, but like I said, when it comes to being a hypocrite and you doing that line of work by exposing people, it's not going to work out for you, because you're going to have some shit on your name that's going to, you know, force you to expose yourself. Because you explaining what snitch is, but the shit that you explaining, you're doing, or you did. So I just leave it like that, man. Boston Richie, I don't think Boston Richie snitched, but most people do. I get it. Gunna, he definitely snitched. But this is just my definition. But when it comes to labeling people as snitch, I can't do it, because I don't know. I honestly don't know the definition of snitching at this point, because it's subjective at this point. It's no facts behind it. It's subjective. So, yeah, I just wanted to get that out of my chest, man. Yeah. By the way, this is Let's Talk About It podcast. There's gonna be plenty more of this. I'm sorry if I'm like out of breath, because I just walked far as fuck. I'm in the car now, but you know, this is a Talk About It podcast. And yeah, kids, stay in school, stay out the streets. You know, listen to your parents. Don't listen to rappers. Don't listen to nobody that didn't birth you. Basically, listen to your parents. Don't follow what's on TV. Don't follow what's popular. Just, you know, if they tell you to stay in school, they tell you to clean, do your chores, they send it for a reason, to get you prepared later on for life. So listen to your parents, stay out the way, stay out of trouble, and stay out the streets. All right.